In this video, we're going to be covering another SQL question. This is Leetcode question number 1699, a number of calls between two persons. Again, this is a question for which you're going to need a subscription in order to see the question. So we're not going to be doing it. We're just going to be putting the description and how we can solve it. We only have one table in here, that is calls table, from ID, to ID, and duration. This is gonna have records for the calls, uh, which is gonna be like the between the from ID and the to ID, and for how long those calls were made. And again, it says that the from ID cannot be possibly equal to ID, like a person cannot call himself. Write an SQL query. I'm not really sure why is it an in here, but write. I think that's right. Write an SQL query to report the number of calls and the total call duration between each pair of distinct persons, person 1 and person 2, where the person 1 is less than person 2, meaning that the person 1's ID is less than the person 2's ID. So if we have these calls in here, if we have these calls in here, so one person 1 called person 2 for 59 minutes, then person 2 called person 1 for 11 minutes. So how many times person 1 for sorry, how many calls did the person 1 had with person 2? The answer is going to be 2. And for how long the person 1 talked to person 2? The answer is going to be the addition of these two, which is going to be 70. While doing that, we're not going to be putting the entry where the person 2 is going to be person 1 and person 1 is going to be person 2, meaning that the ID which is smaller is going to come in as a person 1, and the ID which is bigger is going to come as person 2. Likewise, 1 and 3 are going to make it here. They only had one call which was 20 minutes long. Then 3 and 4 is going to show up here. 4 and 3 are not going to show up here. Okay, that's it. So the way we're going to be doing it is like we're going to be calling these helper functions. With means like we can create a temporary function with it, right? So caller is a function where we are selecting, sorry, caller is a temporary table where we are selecting uh, from ID as person 1 and to ID as person 2 and the duration of that. And also we're going to be doing the union for the another selection where the to ID is now the person 1 and from ID is we did the opposite now, from ID as person 1 and to ID as person 2 to to ID as person 1 and from ID as person 2. Why we did it is because, as I said, whether 1 is calling to 2 or 2 is calling to 1, that should show up as 1 to 2, and because we're going to be adding those numbers, so basically both of them, 1 to 2 should have 59 as an entry and an 11 as an entry. Likewise, 2 to 1 should have 59 as an entry and 11 as an entry. Then this other helper function or a temporary function is gonna make use of that caller function and say that select the person 1, person 2 and duration for the instances where the person 1 is less than person 2. Now this thing is gonna have only the instances or the rows where 1 is less than like this column is less than the 2 underscore ID. So now we're gonna have 1 made a call to 2 for 59 minutes, then 1 made a call to 2 for 11 minutes, but anything related like that, that 2 made a call to 1 for any minutes is not gonna show up here. The last thing we need to do is we're gonna select person 1, person 2 and the count as call underscore, like how many times they call, and the sum of the duration as total duration while we are grouping the person as person 1 and person 2. While we are grouping that, we need to do the sum of those durations as a total underscore duration from the unique caller, this helper or temporary table. That's all we wanted to cover in this video. Thanks for watching.